Good day, folks. We are here in XP12 to see what happens if all of a sudden our GPS systems gets damaged or gets jammed or something happens anyway to our navigation satellite system. It is a news of those days that the plane of Ursula von der Leyen was probably jammed or something happened to its GPS system, and the pilots needed to, this is what the press said, to use charts or very unusual system to navigate the plane to the airport, which is Plovdiv in Bulgaria. And this is not true, because it is a problem that may happen. You know, it's not unusual to have the GPS having some problems. So now we are trying to do what the pilot did in that flight, so to switch to the conventional navigation. And you will see that it's nothing complicated, it's no-brainer. So the approach procedure that we're following is this one. So they were following an RNAV procedure, procedure to the airport. So you can see all the GPS points which are guiding the plane to the final leg, which is an LPV, this final descent to the runway, which is runway 30 at Plovdiv. And okay, what happens if all those points all of a sudden disappear for an unknown reason or for a malfunction or so? So you have to advise the ATC and ask for a rudder vectoring first of all. If it is not possible, and this is what happened, so they didn't have a rudder service to vector directly the plane to the runway. They asked to use a conventional procedure, which is this one. So based on the Papa Delta Victor VOR, which is close to the runway threshold, you can, you know, direct the plane here and then follow a conventional procedure based on a ground station, so no GPS points, which will guide you directly to the ILS. So we simulate the loss of GPS points by erasing the flight plan. So we put, for example, something here. Okay, so now the flight plan is completely blank, so we have nothing, no magenta line. So first of all, we switch the navigation mode to nav and set our present heading as a first heading attempt, so heading mode 10,000 feet. So this is the frequency 114.9er PDV, straight to it. We'll be approaching the VOR from west to east approximately, straight the outbound course 109er radio directly from the VOR without making any teardrop turn. So straight to the VOR 109er outbound radio until DME of 15 miles Papa Delta Victor. Here from the VOR we will commence a descent from our present altitude to 5,000 feet. So we can we can prepare the altitude. the next one, 5000 set. We are above the VOR, so 109er heading. We can also select the course, the same course to cross-check. I can also set the navigation mode to follow this outbound radial. We can start our descent to 5000. Oh, we are too fast. Whoa. We are well below 10,000, so we forgot to set our thrust. I was concentrated in the navigation, so you see the conventional navigation is there's a lot of more workload to follow. So at 15 miles we can start our right turn to the ILS, which is the let's see, it is the ILS Whiskey for runway 30. Here we are. Heading mode. Can switch the course to the runway course, which is 301. And we can start our right turn. Switch the frequency to the ILS 109er decimal 9er. Flaps 5 to slow down the aircraft. We need to go slower because we were too fast, and to help the turn rate. Okay, we are intercepting the localizer, so we can switch to nav. (5000) QNH 1018 set. 1017 now. Set. The runway is over there. Okay, approach phase. And we're going to intercept the ILS. Switching the to the conventional navigation. Okay, it's there's more workload to do, but it's not a problem. It's what the pilots used to do in back years ago when GPS was not available. So it's not an emergency at all. Flaps 15 and gear down. Flaps full. I'm so used to the VR that it's very tricky for me to move the visual with the mouse, with the mouse arrow. So autopilot disengaged. Trimming. X-plane has got a fantastic flight model. It's a joy to fly the aircraft manually. Also the little turbulence you can feel.
200. 100. Flight slow. 50.
What?
40. 30. 20. 10.
Good. This is it for today's video, guys. Thanks as usual to follow my channel. Take care and see you to the next one. Bye bye.